Tensions in the Middle East are at breaking point this morning following the death of 3 American troops stationed in Jordan near the Syrian border. They were killed in an unmanned drone attack carried out by radical Iran-backed militant groups.
Another 25 troops have also been injured in the strike, which officials say appeared to come from Syria. President Joe Biden says they will hold those responsible for the attack to account. For more, we're joined by Sunrise Foreign Editor Dr. Keith Suter. Good morning to you. Well, this is a serious escalation of a very, very precarious situation over in the Middle East. What does it mean?
It's a very serious escalation indeed, because what it means now is that the war, which started off, remembering, Gaza, is now spreading its way across, and it's now involving Syria and Jordan. So the tower that got attacked, Tower 22, is the northeast corner of Jordan, but the attack came in from Syria, and it could be one of a variety of groups based in Syria that carried out that attack. So the Americans all the way along kept saying, we don't want the war to expand, and yet that's precisely what's going on. Remember, we've just had an oil tanker ablaze right down in the south of the Gulf of Aden. So the war is spreading right through the Middle East.
So I guess the big question now is how much pressure Biden is under to respond here.
Absolutely, and he will have to respond. He can't allow those 3 deaths to go unaccounted for. But the problem is, how do you find who did the shooting in the first place? But right. Yes, there will have to be an attack on some sort of groups in Syria. But how effective that is, who knows? Because after all, they've been fighting the Houthis and the war continues there. The Houthis are still continuing to disrupt shipping in the Red Sea. So this will be a further problem for the Americans. They don't know how to... nobody else does, by the way, not just the Americans. It's very difficult to fight a guerrilla war.
And just quickly, the other big one is, will Australian troops become involved? Did the US continue this escalation into the Middle East? We're their allies. We've already declined to send a warship to the Red Sea with these Houthi rebels attacking ships. Are we going to be involved?
There is a risk, I think, because Australian troops are very highly regarded by the Americans and they're very good at guerrilla warfare. But it'll be a high-risk policy of the Australian government to send troops there and risk their getting killed as well. It just means the war just continues to escalate.
Like a lot of wars. Thank you very much, Keith.